Hello and welcome to Magical Maiden's Jewelry Tutorials. I'm Magical Maiden, and today what I have for you, I'm showing you is these pendant trays. Now I have a few left. And these are other round ones that I did another time. So these are some of the ones I have left, and they're from when I did my beach pendants with the ocean and the seashell last summer. And I used most of them, and this is what I had left. But it came with a large assortment. Now, I went to go order the same ones. Unfortunately, they're discontinued. But I found another company that carried the same ones, and I'll be putting the link below this video in the description box. And these were $6 when I first bought them. Now they're $8 something. It's a whole different company, and you know, prices went up with everything. So, but they're still worth it. They're nice and big. They don't come with glass cabochons. They're 30 by 40. You can order the glass cabochons on Amazon. Just look for 30 by 40 millimeters, okay? So that's what I have left of that. But this is the package, and it comes just like this. And it usually goes by regular mail when they're delivering. Save this pouch because you can put them in unless you have another container. So these are just like the ones I did my beach pendants. And if you haven't seen them, I did them last summer. Go ahead and check it out. They're easy, fun, fast, and affordable to make. Okay, so that's one. See, and I have two of them. A little different inside, but it's a different company. So, you know. And yep, these are the same ones. And this one I also put this way when I made a nice big beach scene with the sailboat, the ocean, and the beach. So you could put it this way or this way. And that's what I love about that. It makes for a unique pendant. This I love. This is one of my favorites. You will have to clean it up. It looks a little smudged. So just take a Q-tip and a little rubbing alcohol. They're not as nice and clean, but you can do that, like I said. And this one I love. It's nice and big, and it has a pretty design on the back. Then this, just like I have left over. So now I have two of them. And then this one, and then a regular one. Now the only one it doesn't have was this modern one. It was a little more modern, and that wasn't in this pile. So they're almost similar. There was just the one that it didn't have. But yeah, this is really nice. You should get about 10 pendants, you know. And then this is just a regular plain one. You could always use this one if you're not sure of what you want to do. And you know, some have little designs in there, some don't. And like I said, this one's really nice because it has that. And just take a Q-tip with a little rubbing alcohol to clean that. So if that's what you want to do, if you want to go clean it, you can do that with a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol. So now I want to pick one that I want to have some fun with. And you know what I'm going to do? So some of you may have seen the jewelry tutorial I did a few days ago, last week, with all the filigree connectors, the magical filigree connectors. So it came in a bag like that, and I just put it in an old container. And they have all different sizes and shapes. They have this big one. They have a few of these that I already went and did a jewelry tutorial, and I made a nice boho double layered thing. They have these nice leaves. They have this, which I'm using. They have butterflies. They have flowers, all different sizes, shapes, and things you can do. You can use this for scrapbooking. You can do like make a nice jewelry box, or you can make a book box or a book cover, and just use all these wonderful little pieces they give you. Now they are flexible, and you will have to bend them because they are flexible and you can bend them. That's the good thing. So And I really love that they give you a bunch of these dragonflies. See? I have a few of them, and it's random. Sometimes you might only get one of one thing and two of another and six of another or seven or 10 of another. It's just random. And I will put the link below for this as well as those pendant trays. Okay, so today I'm just going to shut this. We're going to use this dragonfly, and I just bent the wings up so it looks like it's taking flight, and it gives like a three-dimensional look to everything. So now there's many different things you can do in these pendants. One of them is paint them with regular nail polish. And let me see. And also add some glitter nail polish if you want, or regular glitter while it's still wet. The other thing you can do is get your favorite kind of glitter in a container and some Mod Podge, mix that up and put it in there and then wait for it to dry. That sometimes takes like 24 hours. So if you're going to do that craft, do it the day before with the Mod Podge and the glitter. The next thing you can do is use either glitter vinyl or glitter cardstock. And these are just some pieces. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. They're relatively, this is like $2.49 for the vinyl and, you know, like $1 something for the glitter cardstock. And they have all kinds of colors. So what you can do is that kind of fades into it, but you still see it. This is purple. It looks blue under the ring light, but you can do that. And this is like a teal green, and you can do that. I think I'm going to go with the vinyl glitter with that, but there's another option. Like I said, I can use this nail polish, paint it to look like water, and then put that in there because, and you can use any nail polish you want. It'll be dry really fast, and it really will look like the ocean if that's what I'm going for. So now what I want to do is, well, which one do I want to use? Do I want to use the regular plain one? This one, it's not so deep and it'll stand up more. Or a nice ornate one. So first make your decision. So since I have two of these, I'm going to use these. So now what I'm going to do, I can use this and then go over with that. It'll be dry in 10 minutes. It's just nail polish. And then I can go over with a clear coat to give it that wet look. Because you know how dragonflies always fly over the water? So that is still an option. But what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go with the glitter cardstock. So you're going to go to the back of the glitter cardstock. And because you don't want to waste it, go to a corner, okay, like that. Get some scissors out. Now push down because you want the imprint of the inside of the tray, not the whole pendant because that won't be the real size. Now you should have an imprint. You're not going to see it. If you want, you can go over it with a pencil. Okay, so I see it where I did the imprint. Now I'm going to cut that square out. If you still having a trouble with that, if it wasn't good enough, go ahead and after you cut the square out, push it to get that imprint. Now I got a better imprint. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut around the line. Okay, it's kind of got to look like an egg. Now if you mess it up, don't worry, because this is what I'm going to do. I have to do it again because there's too much on the excess. So I'm just going to go like that, and then all the, can't see it because the light's drowning it out. But I'm going to go around and cut the excess. So let's see if this works. Actually, it does. Okay, and make sure you have some paper towels nearby as well, because you know the glue, how it can get. Okay, So I'm gonna just take the top pieces of the glue off because they're usually dry and rubbery. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take the glue, put it down. I think that's good for now. I'm just gonna grab a little more of the E6000 glue. Now I'm just gonna shut the E6000 glue because it tends to like keep oozing out at the top, and I don't want that. All right, so just push it around. Make sure you get the edges because otherwise your edges curl up. And we can clean the excess glue off with a Q-tip later and some rubbing alcohol. I'm going to push this in. You don't want to put too much because it's going to ooze, but keep a piece of paper towel. And then we'll go over it later, like I said, with a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol, okay? So to make sure you're getting the sides down, you can get anything you want. I'm getting the end of some tweezers to push it down. You don't want anything too pointy because it might pierce through. So these are just old tweezers I use for crafting. So see how nice that is? You're not really getting the teal color, but maybe later when I go ahead and show you, because when everything's done, I use the phone, which is a higher resolution, and you can see better the color and the whole thing. Now, you can move it around if you see some spots that need attention, because E6000 glue gives you a little time to play around with it and move it around, but after like 10 or 15 minutes it starts to adhere, but it doesn't fully cure for 24 hours. So I wouldn't start wearing your craft until after the 24 hours when the E6000 fully cured. And if you're making it to sell, I would also wait. Okay, so there it is. It's there. It isn't going anywhere. I'm very happy with it. Now we want to attach this. Now you can paint this if you wanted to with like different colors. You can put like a little glue, a little gemstone if you can find a teardrop gemstone. If you want to make it a colorful dragonfly, paint the wings, the center. I'm just going to leave it all silver. And what I'm going to do is I know where I want to put the glue. So I'm going to take my E6000 glue again and a toothpick, and I'm going to dip it in the E6000 glue. Very carefully I'm going to put it where I want this to adhere. Pick that off later, okay? So make sure where you want this, center it. Okay. And hold it down for a minute. Just sit there and hold the center down. And then you can kind of move the wings a little, not too much. Want to clean it. So for time's sake, for the video, if you get any glue, you take a clean toothpick and a Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol, blot it, don't drench it, and any fingerprints you got or any glue you got, you can just move it like that. Clear off all the, and go ahead and paint. You can use anything, nail polish, paint, paint markers to put different colors on there. Or like I said, if you can find teardrop gemstones, you can glue it and make it a very colorful one. But or you can leave it like this, and there it is. It's that easy. It's very simple. And again, I'm going to put the links to the pendant tray as well as to these connector pieces that I got, that set. Keep in mind, they do have other colors. That was rhodium. They have silver, they have brass, they have gold. I'm just giving you different views of it with different types of lighting. It's so easy and simple to do. I'm just going around and around. And I really do like the glitter vinyl, but like I said, you can paint it. You can do anything you want. And you could add glitter to your nail polish, or you can get glitter nail polish or just glitter and Mod Podge. Anything. It's so easy and fun to do, and it was fast and affordable. I have glue all over my fingers. It didn't take me long to do this, and I really like all these pendants. You have a good choice of different pendants, and you can hang some charms or beads off the bottom of this pendant tray. That's why I picked it, just in case. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I found different shapes and colors. So as you can tell, this is what this one looks like. Everything's dry and it looks really nice, but I want to add a little something. Now, I don't want to put anything on the wings. I want to stick things a little below, like the head. I want to glue these really tiny acrylic gemstones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the orange one. So you can go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and get the acrylic gemstones. Like I said, get the round ones that are different sizes and colors, and get the shape ones that are different shapes, sizes, and colors. You won't be disappointed. So there it is, all finished with. Now you found 2 different ways you can make this. So go ahead and make it. And have yourself some fun. Relax and enjoy yourself and take your time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my videos. So remember, if you're not subscribed, do that now. Click the notification bell so you're notified when I upload my newest content. And don't forget to like, share, and comment, even if you just want to say hello if you have any questions. So thanks for watching. Bye.